Hi, this video is going to be a little bit sort of a show and tell and a chat at the same time. Some of you may know I've been down to the publishers recently, and that's a long way from where we live. It was down in Tunbridge Wells, which we're South Yorkshire, so it's nowhere near us. But it was a great chance to have a look at the place, get to meet people. Everybody was so nice, so helpful. Really made me feel welcome. It was a really lovely day there. But they also allowed us to stay in one of their flats they got overnight, so it gave us a chance to have a look around Tunbridge Wells, and we also went to Hever Castle. What a beautiful place. So I'm going to have a little chat about that while I show you some of the items I got. Now I'm going to pick one of them up because I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Ta-da! My little duck, my little Anne Boleyn duck. Because if you know about Hever Castle, that is sort of one of the main features I think most tourists actually go for. So while we look at the items I've got, because I did a little bit of shopping in Tunbridge Wells, so it's sort of a little bit toy related and sort of model related, as well as the items we picked up at Hever Castle. And you know what I'm like, I'll be chatting all the way through, tell you what we did, where we went, pop some photos on the end, got a little bit of video for sort of where we stayed as well. So it was absolutely lovely, and like I said, they were so welcoming, and I would like to thank them all for sort of the way they welcomed us in and how they helped me out with everything. And I'm just so excited. It's not long. July, have I already said that? I don't know, I'm too excited. So I'll see you all top down to have a look at what goodies I actually bought. So I'll see you in a second. Well, I can't believe it's actually already been a few weeks since we went down to Tunbridge Wells. Now, as I mentioned, we went down to see the publishers to sort of talk about the marketing side of the book. Now, as I say, it's been a couple of weeks since. I already have my advance copy. I'm not going to show you in this video though, but you can have a quick nosy in my shorts videos. I've done a little sort of, here's a quick flick through of the book. Really excited, can't wait for it to be properly available. It's not until July that it's actually available on pre-order from Amazon, but it's not going to be long. But we went down there to chat, sort of see how things are going to be sort of set up and things like that. They were just so nice and welcoming to me down there. My husband came as well, and they were just the same with him. You know, they welcomed us both in, and we had our chats, etc. And then they actually put us up, can't even speak now, put us up in one of their sort of flats so we could have a look around Tunbridge Wells. And as I mentioned, we went to Hever Castle. If you don't know about Hever Castle, please look it up. It was actually sort of the sort of childhood home of Anne Boleyn. There wasn't just Anne Boleyn, but I think Anne Boleyn is probably the most well-known sort of Queen of Henry VIII there. So that's something you can look into if you wish. There's loads of YouTube videos if you do want to research it. Now, these are the items that I actually got, and it's very bizarre because my husband said to me, have you done the video yet? I went, no. And he says, well, you need to get it done quickly because apparently today, the 19th of May, is the anniversary of the beheading of Anne Boleyn. A little bit morbid that, but it is still something that, you know, there's a lot of places do sort of commemorate and things like that. I mean, I know Hever Castle have got something on theirs as well. So, I mean, they've got videos, etc. I mean, if we think about it, 1536, 487 years ago. Wow. But she is still quite sort of well remembered. I mean, I know obviously he had his 6 wives, but for some reason Anne Boleyn for most people is the one that sticks out, but obviously they were all important in their own right. So we do have some Anne Boleyn-y things, but I'm going to talk about going into Tunbridge Wells first. So we're going to move my gorgeous little duck over there, and that, and that. Now, you know what I'm like. I have to go somewhere. I have to find a toy shop. It's as simple as that. I have to come home with something, but to be honest, there wasn't that much, but we did find this rather gorgeous little shop. Look at this. I do need to check. I think I have their business card in my purse still. If I do, I'm going to pop a link on. I hope I'd have, because I said I'd like to buy some other things from them. So fingers crossed. But I got these. They're little sort of, shall we have a little look actually? I'm not going to build. It's just be a quick look. So I've got my scissors here. I'd actually been looking, have you seen the book, sort of like little book nooks? It looks like a book, but it's a little house that you can pop on your bookcase. I'd been looking at some of them, and I did order one off of, I think it was off eBay, please don't. It was absolute rubbish. Such bad quality. I mean, I got my money back and that, but that's not the point. I was really hugely disappointed with it. But at this shop, you could actually see them, so you know the quality. I mean, this is just a little sort of diorama for you to build. That's what both of them are, actually. I mean, look at that, look, you look there, and all our instructions and everything are in there, so you can see all the bits and bobs. There's so much. Look, there's even the tweezers. There's even the glue. That's cool. So all the bits are in there. Can't wait to do that. I will definitely do it as a video because I'm really excited about building it. And I think it'll be a quick one. I know when I've been trying to do some of my others, they take so long to do. So I've sort of been reluctant to finish them as videos or do them as videos. But that, the childhood toy house, I just think, how lovely. And it says lovely room. It is a lovely room. So that one I'm quite excited about. I'm quite excited about both of them. Now this one is a larger one. As you can see, it's called Dream Yard. Now this one might not be so easy to get into, so we might not look at the details. I mean, it says the main materials in it are wood, paper and metal. So, you know, it is pretty solid. We could have a little look. You can see the price there, $19.99 that. But because I could actually see them made up, I felt they were worth it. As I say, when you're buying off eBay or even Amazon, to be honest, don't presume Amazon's so amazing either. Just some of the stuff is still coming from some areas where the stuff is not quite the quality you would expect. So be careful. So I just took that one off. That was quite easy to get into, actually. We're only going to, again, have a little nosy rather than anything else. And again, we have everything there. You can see the brand. Now, this one lights up as well. So there's even the batteries in there. Obviously, all the stuff to sort of do the lighting and the batteries there. Oh, this is just so nice. I need to get in. There's little paints. There's the little wooden building, the little roof there. This is really cute. Really happy with that. I think that's well worth its money. At the moment, though, I've really lost track of time. I'm so behind on so many things. So I'm working madly to get my Dollycon stuff. I'm helping sort my granddaughter's next costume out for dance. There's all sorts of things going on. So I am so behind. I'm trying to catch up. I really am. So those were the two things that I bought from this rather gorgeous, I would say, argue model stroke toy shop. We've got a couple of things for my grandchildren in there as well, but really, really nice shop. Oh, I hope I've got that details now, because I would like to pop the link in because they were so lovely at the shop as well. I mean, I'll go through full details when we actually have a build, so let's move that out of the way. So we went around the toy shops. We had an evening out, we had a meal out and everything. It was lovely. The actual flat was lovely. I had a really good sleep, and next day we had another quick look around Tunbridge Wells, but then we disappeared off to here. Well, not to here because that says Catherine and Anne, but we disappeared off to Hever Castle. Now, this was a booklet that my husband particularly wanted to get. I said, well, which one sort of is the best one? There were lots of different ones at Hever Castle. He's quite interested in the history side of things, so he was really sort of as interested as I was going there. In fact, I think he was more interested. So this does say Catherine and Anne. You know, I said that obviously there was another queen that was there. So this is a lovely booklet. I've not even had a read at it yet. That's what I'm saying. I'm so behind. I'm not getting things done that I'd like to do. I feel like I'm running up a hill backwards, but it's all good. So that was a booklet we actually got from Hever Castle. And if you've never been, if you get the opportunity, go. Absolutely stunning. It is not the biggest castle in the world. In fact, it is really quite cute. But it was just so lovely. It turned out, I mean, Tunbridge Wells, the days before, the rain was awful. We got soaking wet. I even had to go and buy an umbrella, but because I refused to pay the price of the adult umbrella, I bought a child's umbrella. So I was walking around with a unicorn umbrella, but it sort of fits, who cares? So yeah, we got soaking wet, but thankfully when we went to Hever Castle, the weather was beautiful. So I got a chance to take my smart doll to take some photographs and things like that. So people were looking at me like I was insane, but I'm going to pop some photos on the end. So you'll see some smart doll and some Hever Castle and all sorts of bits and bobs anyway. So I'm going to pop some video on and film. and film and camera and what am I on about? Photos, that's the word I'm looking for. So that was a little booklet we got to sort of get the history and things like that, because obviously that is fascinating. And you saw in the clip at the beginning, my duck. I love these ducks, these DC UK ducks anyway. I've seen them all over the place. But then when I saw there was an Anne Boleyn duck, because I've got the only ones I've got are little Christmas ones. I haven't got any others because they're not the cheapest things. But when there was an Anne Boleyn one, how could I not? How could I not? Just look at that little face. It is so cute. It is a solid wood product. They are absolutely beautifully made. I'm presuming they had these specially made for Hever Castle, so I'm presuming that you can only really get them there, but they do have a shop as well. So if it's something you're after, Hever Castle do have an online shop. But how lovely is she? That was one of the main things I wanted to get while I was there, so I had to get that. Now, of course, you have to get a fridge magnet. This is Anne Boleyn's necklace. Well, an image of it, should we say. So that's going on my fridge now. So these things have been sat in my room doing nothing, because my husband keeps saying, when are you going to put the duck out? When are you going to do this? I need to do a video first. And it's just not happened. But it's happened now. It's happened now. Now, this was the other thing I got. Now, it would be lovely to own sort of a real one. Obviously this is real, but you know what I mean, maybe gold with pearls, whatever. But this is just sort of a sort of fancy dress type one, really. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in it, am I? In it, because it's a bit squashed, isn't it? So I do need to take it out now. Originally I was thinking of doing it for my smart doll, but it is a little bit big. So there we go. It was originally, the real thing was on a string of pearls, as you can see from this, and as you can see from here as well. But it was £10 for the one on the string of pearls. And I'm thinking, well, they're only plastic pearls. I'm sure I've got some at home. It was just this bit, really, I wanted more than anything. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, to be honest. I'm not going to wear it. I just wanted it. But this one was £5, so that was a little bit better. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But I'm pleased I got it anyway. I don't know where to make some sort of display with it, to be honest, rather than wear it. I'd like it out, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. And I got this last little thing, notebooks. I'm a crafter, of course I like notebooks. And obviously this is the little rhyme, and I'm going to get wrong. Because I'm not even going to say it, because I know I'm going to get it wrong. What is it? Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. I think I've got that right. If I haven't, pop it in comments below and tell me which order it is, because as we know, Henry VIII famously had his 6 wives, and yes, he didn't really do right by any of them, did he? But so there's some really cute notebooks. Obviously this is the necklace thing, and we've got a little emblem in them. As being a crafter, we always have to have notebooks. Look at that. Lovely, brilliant. So I got the notebooks as well. So those were my purchases while we were there. But as I said, the place is stunning. We had some lunch there. We carried on walking around. Oh, you're walking for miles, mind. You need a good pair of shoes on if you are going, because it is certainly quite a trek, but it is worth it. The only thing I did that sort of went wrong a little bit for me, I was trying to take a picture of the smart doll sort of with a nice gorgeous background behind. In fact, let me get her. She's here, is my Mirai. This is the one that came with me. She even took her camera, and this is quite cool. This was a cheapie off AliExpress, but watch. We can press the right one. Oh, it actually pretend takes a photo. How cool is that? But poor old Mirai here was sort of propped up on a wall, and I wanted to take it from her back. So I stood her up on this wall, and my husband had gone ahead of me. I think he was probably hiding because I was taking pictures of the doll. And she fell off the wall. I was absolutely mortified. People around me must have thought a child had fallen off the wall, because she did drop quite a distance. So I'm shouting for my husband because he was down below, and he was just not listening to me. So I ran down the steps and I got her, and I said, people were looking at me like I was very strange. But unfortunately, oh dear, we have a broken arm. Can you see? It's actually, now this happened when I very first had her. All it is basically, thankfully, the piece here has come undone. But it means I've got to take the arm out. I've got to clip it all back together and then push the arm in. So at the moment, bless her, she's got a bit of a broken arm. I know it can be repaired, but it's clearly going to be a weakness. I mean, my Mirai is one of the first. sort of generation of smart dolls, perhaps. And I absolutely love her because she's the one that I got a chance to build in Japan, so she's got sort of really special. So I was absolutely mortified. See the looks I got. I must have made such a noise when she fell off the wall. So after that, I had my husband holding her by the feet so I could take the photo from behind, which I should have done in the first place, but I thought I was being clever where it was, and it looked lovely, so I wanted to do it. But there you go. I will mend her. It only takes a little bit of a repair, but I'm going to have to be careful with her elbow from then on, I think. So that's basically my little trip. Obviously to see the publishers, Hever Castle, Tunbridge Wells. Oh, I nearly knocked my camera then. Absolutely loved all of it. Long way to go for us though. It was it 3.5 hours, I think. That's why, like I said, we were able to stay overnight, which was great because my husband did all the driving. I can drive. I'm not great with long distance, so he took on that journey for me, but it was wonderful. So great to meet the publishers as well. And I'm going to do a sneak peek here. I'm not supposed to be doing this, but there we go. Ta-da! I have an advanced copy of my book. I'm so excited. So I will do a proper video review on my own book. That's a bit weird, but you know what I mean. I'll give you a little bit of a show and tell. But if you want to have a quick look at my shorts videos, there's a very brief sort of flick through the pages, so to speak. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to pop some photos on the end of here. The only thing is I've got to decide what photos. I took so many. I won't put you through hundreds of photos, so I've got to decide which are the best ones. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. A little bit different, I know, but I was quite excited about our day out, so I just wanted to sort of let you know how it went. And that's about it, really. Pop some comments in down below. If you've been to Hever Castle, let me know. I mean, if it was a local place, I'd definitely go again. I wouldn't think twice, but to go 3.5 hours just to travel, I don't know. I think you'd have to be staying somewhere around there, maybe for a few days or something like that, to sort of get the most out of your trip. Well, from where we live. If you're local, that's great, obviously. So I'll leave it at that. If you enjoy my videos, please like, subscribe and share. And I'm going to go and sort out my photos. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye for now.